Hi, I'm Claudine Ewing, and it's time to celebrate this week. From spreading kindness one flower at a time to honoring the Western New York women who have served our country. And a Buffalo principal getting the surprise of a lifetime from her students. These are the stories that will make you smile. Here's what's blooming this week on News to Celebrate.
We're giving out free bouquets today.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I would love a bunch of flowers.
There you go.
Oh, appreciate you guys so much.
Good morning. There you go.
Keep one, you give the other one away. Have a good day. You keep one, you give one to someone else.
That's very lovely. Thank you. You guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for the flowers. Free flowers.
Guys, you keep one, you give one to somebody else.
I'll peddle it
I
forward.
will. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's called Pedal It Forward.
God bless.
You keep one bouquet, you give one to somebody else. Called Pedal It Forward.
A massive, magical surprise.
I was beyond surprised. I was shocked. I'm still finding myself shocked that something of this magnitude could happen. I'm gonna get emotional again, but told me that the school is throwing me a wedding, which was a dream, yeah.
Who would ever expect that an entire school community is going to throw you a wedding?
I had told her before that, it would be great to just be with our school community. We have such an amazing school community between our students, our team members, our family members. It's beautiful here, and I wanted to celebrate with everyone.
She's caring, kind, helpful to others, and she does a lot for us.
I tell people all the time they just need to come here. Their joy, their enthusiasm, their excitement for learning and for caring for each other is inspirational.
My principal means a lot to me because she's very kind and really nice, and she do a lot for us.
She always helps me when I need help. I think she make a good principal.
We had staff crying, kids are crying, we have her family there, we have Zach, her fiance's family there. Miss Lanois students are everything to her.
And just seeing everything in this moment, I realized it just matters who's in the space.
So they gave their speeches, we had one of our students be the officiant of the wedding. She was just super blown away by all of that.
You can have all these other elements, but it really matters who's there to celebrate, so it was perfect.
A hero send-off is only right for these Western New York veterans embarking on the trip of a lifetime.
Very excited for this trip.
This group of women, none a stranger to the front lines of history, once again finding themselves at the forefront of first.
I opened the doors for a lot of people, and so did everybody else. Yes.
The first ever all-women's Buffalo Niagara Honor Flight, a journey that takes veterans to Washington, D.C. to visit the memorials and the monuments that honor their service.
I did not expect the tears at the very start of this.
It's a trip full of emotion, not just for the 35 veterans aboard, but for the partners and guardians honored to join them.
It means a lot that we're being able to, take all of our veterans and be able to be a part of their story.
And then they were off. The first stop, the World War II Memorial, where Jeff Miller, the man who helped start the National Honor Flight Network, was there to greet the woman, broadening the meaning of service and sacrifice.
It's just beautiful. I mean, you see how diverse it's become and how inclusive it is to make sure nurses who kept all these people put back together and getting home and to get the attention that they earned and deserved. It's very gratifying.
And the Vietnam Veterans Memorial hit home for veterans like Chief Wendy York.
This one is important because I just lost a very, very close friend who flew during Vietnam.
Through conflict and loss, one thing always kept them going. Letters from home.
Mother Brown, Aunt Frances, I just want to take a moment to tell you how much you mean to me. It took such courage, especially as a young black woman, stepping into such a difficult time.
These women creating a family of their own on this trip.
One of the girls did say, I don't even know half your names, but I feel like I've known you girls forever. And I turned around and I said to her, ditto.
Sisters in arms, their mission complete, returning home once again to the ones they fought for.
I expected maybe a few from what I'd heard, but not anything like this at all.
A hero's welcome, because you can't spell hero without her.
Well, this is a story where we want you to be a part of, and we'll end on a high note here, but I do need to talk about a house fire that was here in 2018. The house has been torn down now, and there was a young boy that passed away in that fire. The neighbors built a little memorial area for him, and since he loved pirates so much and the color green so much, during the Halloween season, they made a pirate-themed Halloween display, and we're raising money for charity. I am honored here to have the mother of Anthony Conti, Little Squish. Lisa, thank you for being here so much.
Thank
I appreciate
you so much.
this. Seeing now what was your house, now a memorial area throughout the entire year must be so gratifying for you.
It's beautiful. It's very healing. We're able to gather and celebrate here rather than at a headstone.
Right.
So it's absolutely beautiful.
And the little park area now is transformed for what your son loved, pirates.
It's pirate season.
What does that mean to you?
All October we prepare and get ready. We've all improved upon our costumes year after year, and we spend Beggar's Night here as a family with our neighborhood and our community, and we get to see everybody that we miss from being here.
And seeing just smiles and laughter.
Absolutely. It's so much fun.
Thank you so much for
My
being
pleasure.
here. And again, our deepest condolences for you, and thank you so much for continuing his memory in such a positive way.
Thank you so much.
Mike and Roland, okay, you guys are the crazy neighbors.
Yeah, very much so.
That emptied your 401k and filled this house and filled this property with pirates for the little guy and for everybody else.
Yeah. People, not only people in my neighborhood think we're crazy. Home Depot thinks we're crazy.
Here he comes again.
September 1st, we're looking in the rafters like, oh, what's new, you know? So
They think we're crazy, but they love it. The whole community comes together, and we all just get really festive, and it's a really good time.
Okay, now how can people be a part of this? You were raising money.
So we're raising money for Skeletons of Hope. It's a
national thing.
National fundraiser. There's over 1,000 houses nationwide. They set a goal about 6 years ago to raise $1 million, and this year we're only about $27,000 short of hitting our $1 million goal that we set 6 years ago. So
absolutely outstanding. Yeah. And again, the Fright Maps.
Fright Maps is an amazing app. You can go to Fright Maps on your app store and download it. It's going to show you all your haunts and scary houses in your local area. And you just click on the directions and it takes you right to the displays.
There's a ranking you guys are doing very well on too?
Yeah, there is a contest for it's an Illuminbot AI, and right now out of 500 houses we're sitting at #1. So
nationally?
Yes.
Outstanding. Good luck to you. I appreciate it. The Benzinger Street, right?
Yes.
Is where we are, just right off of William in the Lovejoy district. It is absolutely fantastic. On your side, celebrating Beggars Night and Halloween, I'm Kevin O'Neill, Channel 2 News.
Letchworth State Park is putting on an absolutely beautiful show. We're nearing peak, so it's really some of the most spectacular views that you could see in the state of New York. Really, the fall foliage is just perfect here this time of year, and it's not only the most beautiful sight, but this is actually really great for the local economy as well.
As the leaves in western New York continue to change into their brightly colored fall jackets, tourists are flocking to the region, especially to Letchworth State Park.
Leaf peeping season is one of our most popular times. We actually tend to be busier on Columbus Day weekend than we do on 4th of July weekend.
According to the I Love New York fall foliage calendar, Wyoming County, where Letchworth State Park is at 55%, or the midpoint, and will soon be approaching peak. As for the exact dates, Theo Berenson, an environmental educator, says that can be hard to predict.
There is no real way to tell until the leaves start actually changing. There is a chance that it's going to change a little bit earlier, but we can't tell for sure.
With thousands of tourists visiting Letchworth in the month of October, this is a season many business owners in Wyoming County rely on.
It's incredibly important to our community that people come and explore and shop and eat and spend money.
Eric Such, the director of tourism for Wyoming County and Explore Letchworth and more, says that tourists spend $70 million a year in that county alone.
They want to eat, they want to have maybe a craft beverage, there's cider, there's donuts, all kinds of activities going on, even from the Arcade Connecticut Railroad doing their fall foliage trains to Hidden Valley Animal Adventure, and you're hanging out with exotic animals.
If you plan to visit within the next few weeks, you will most definitely encounter crowds. Park employees say to keep up with the park's social media and New York State Parks app for everything you need to know.
Some of the times the roads and the gates will get temporarily closed so that some of the cars can move out before new cars come in.
And if you're planning on visiting Wyoming County or making a trip down to Letchworth within the next week and a half or so, then you can visit Explore Letchworth and Beyond. They've got all the great recommendations for food, beverages, all those amazing fall activities that you're going to want to be doing for the next couple of weeks. That's exploreletchworth.com. On your side at Letchworth State Park, Natalie Foss, Channel 2 News.
And the game of lacrosse was played even before the creation of the earth in our stories. So when you hear that, it really brings us back to the origins and understandings of what that means to the Haudenosaunee people and many Native nations, that it was with us even before this land was here, even before the waters were here, that we had a version and understanding of it.
The Creator gave us this game to honor Him with. So you play it with a good mind and a good heart.
It takes away all the pains, all the sorrows. You're just free for the day.
To me personally, I feel like it helps heal your mind, your body, and your soul.
But it's not only the game itself, it's about tradition, passed down through generations, like the art of stick making, picking out the right tree, usually hickory or ash, splitting the logs, steaming the wood to soften it, and then bending it in these metal forms. And then comes the fine woodworking to give the stick its final shape before the string goes in. It's important because a lacrosse stick is often the first thing a newborn receives. Rod made this miniature stick for his child, who was due any day when we spoke.
They feel the spirit of the game in them when they're born, so that will immediately go. Taking it to the hospital, putting it in his little crib, and he's going to have it just as soon as he's born. It's one of the first things he's going to have.
And just as promised, when Arenda Herring was born last month, the stick was with him. And it's fitting because for many, the game is a link between the past and the future.
It can be in the way of playing with your ancestors and your brothers and everybody that comes to play. And the camaraderie and love and spirit behind it, that's medicine.
And Dr. Rodney Herring knows a thing or two about medicine. He is also the chair of the Department of Indigenous Cancer Health at Roswell Park.
So when we play, he's happy. When we play, we're happy, and our communities are happy.
But he also believes that Western medicine and traditional beliefs can go hand in hand.
It could mean me going into the forest here to get wood to make lacrosse sticks. That's part of the medicine of being healthy and physical activity and being at one with your environment, understanding it. This is where it all brings us back to in our understandings and love for the game, is being here. This is who we are. And so I'll run through these woods here. And as I'm running, that's part of like connecting, and I'll have my stick and I'll be playing, dodging trees and cross-checking, and I'll be playing here in the woods. And it's really important to connect with that And as I'm going through the forest, I'm looking at different trees. I'm looking at trees, not only ones that might be good for sticks, but I'm also looking for medicine. I'm also looking for good hunting spots. I'm also looking for good fishing spots. In the springtime, I may be looking for wild onions for our traditional soups. So it's all part of that part of the game. That's part of the medicine of understanding who we are. That's part of the medicine of the game. So it isn't just what you see on the field. It's this. This is the game.
It's gorgeous. You may have heard about the Whitworth-Ferguson Planetarium on the Buffalo State University campus. This is Dr. Kevin Williams. How you doing?
Good.
Congratulations on the new place.
Thanks. Yeah.
Same name, new digs.
Exactly. Yep. Kind of a glow up. Right?
Congratulations. Tell me about what a planetarium is and what it isn't. Like, there's no telescope here.
Right, so instead of looking through a telescope at an observatory, in a planetarium we show the night sky without having to worry about light pollution or weather. But in addition to showing the night sky, we are also able to show other topics like earth science, kind of videos that are not just in front of you, but are surrounding you in this immersive environment.
Okay, let's play show and tell here. First of all, talk about what's in the middle of the room.
So that machine in the middle of the room is our star projector. We use that when we're talking about the stars or constellations. It's an amazing instrument, really showing the stars as they appear. But we also have our digital system that allows us to show immersive films.
Okay, cool. So say goodbye to the Kevins here. We're going to darken the room here. Say goodbye to the projector as well. We're going to. I'll talk about some of the programming that they have. If you are a Taylor Swift fan, if you are a Pink Floyd fan, or have one in your family, they have cool. I guess I'll have you explain. So what is it like for the Taylor Swift show, for example, or the Pink Floyd show?
Yeah. So those are our laser music experiences. So we have lasers coming from different areas in the room. We have theatrical
awesome.
fog to make the laser show up, and incredible sound system for the music. So fans of Pink Floyd, Taylor Swift, as we move into December, we have Elton John, and then some holiday music. So.
Oh, that's awesome! And you have a sort of spooky themed music at the end of the month, of this month as well.
Yeah, the end of October we have our Fright Lights laser show, and again, it's kind of a combination of spooky music, but also some fun Halloween-related music.
This reminds me of like the Sphere in Vegas, or those that you go to an amusement park. They had these immersive sort of 360-degree screens, and it feels like that here.
Yeah, it's really meant to surround you, and whether it's entertainment or information, it just puts you in the action, and a much more stimulating experience than you might get at a normal movie theater.
My kid's into the solar system. Would she like this too?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's the website?
So our website is planetarium.buffalostate.edu. That has information about the planetarium, but also links to our ticketing page or information about private events too.
Yeah, it's fantastic. A 4-year-old planetarium on the Buffalo State University campus, but open to the public on your side on Buff State. I'm Kevin O'Neill, Channel 2 News.
And speaking of Buffalo sports, a new mural can be found in downtown Buffalo celebrating the teams that call this city home. The Seneca Buffalo Creek Casino unveiled their new mural highlighting the Bills, Sabres, Bandits, and Bisons. The mural was made by Nikki Saraluca, who works for Seneca Resorts. Officials say they wanted the piece to add to the cobblestone districts of the downtown area that the casino calls home.
That is the district we're in. And as we talk about it, you know, we've come through it, and we have our casino here, we have our properties, and you always feel the excitement once you have the Sabres or the Bandits. We have our concerts that come through. But that's it. It's about energy. It's about excitement.
The new piece can be found in the rear parking lot at 106 Michigan Avenue, right across from the casino.
And Erie County Family Court is bringing back its Children's Art Project. The program returns in partnership with Haven House, the county's only confidential domestic violence shelter. The artwork created by survivors of domestic violence is going to be displayed throughout Family Court.
It shows the true emotion of what the victims are going through. I mean, when you're looking at those T-shirts and the handprints and footprints, it just tells a story. It shows a beginning of where they came from and how they actually, overcame the abuse. And it's nice to see how there is a positive outcome. A lot of times you're seeing the beginning of that. People are in despair. They don't think there's any hope. but those pictures in the front there, they say that there is hope.
And the exhibit features projects like the Clothesline Project and Journey from Victim to Survivor, which highlights the resilience of survivors. And Buffalo's Martin House is celebrating a major restoration today. The site welcomed back 12 original art glass windows, now reinstalled in the Barton House, Carriage House, and Conservatory. The project brings the Martin House one step closer to fully restoring Frank Lloyd Wright's original vision.
With the return of these windows, we are once again close to having at least one original example of every art glass pattern Frank Lloyd Wright designed for the Martin House. This is a major step in recovering the full artistic language Wright envisioned for his home. Bringing back these windows honors this intent. It allows us to see Martin House as Wright truly meant it to be seen. Every single Martin House window tells a powerful story, that this place matters and that this community cares deeply enough to help protect it.
The return includes 8 conserved windows and 4 pieces that have not been on the site in over 60 years, including a rare, narrow carriage house window. And it is spectacular looking. Look at that. Definitely want to check that out.
Okay, we're going to talk about what's new, this new wing, really, new room at the Herschel Carousel Factory Museum, and then we're going to talk about a fun family event going on this weekend. This is the director, Ian Sapala. Did I say your last name?
Yeah,
right?
Thanks.
Okay. This is you did an outstanding job with this. I knew this was happening. I did not know that this new room, this new wing would be so spectacular. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
What facilitated this need?
So the first need is that we have the original and only functioning Wurlitzer perforator equipment. We still make rolls for these band organs today. They need protection. So they need protection from different types of temperatures. They need a consistent humidity, and we didn't have that in the rest of the building. So this space is now temperature and humidity controlled. It will allow us to preserve all of these things for future generations. We're really excited.
I think the North Tonawanda, I think of Mary Alice Demler, but I think of Wurlitzer and I think of Herschel. And talk about how they work together.
Yeah, so carousels, if you ride a carousel without original Wurlitzer music, you only have half a ride.
That's right.
So it's important. They've always worked together. If you bought a Herschel machine back in the day, you would get a discount from Wurlitzer to buy equipment there. So they always partnered together in those kind of senses, being the 2 major amusement operators in the world, much less in this area. It was really important for them to work together and kind of satisfy everything at the same time.
How many machines are in this room?
So right now we've got 6 of our organs in this museum, and what we really like for this room is that we can rotate them out. So whenever we have others that are working or things like that, we can always switch them out for different times a year.
That's cool.
And the display will always change and develop during the seasons. So allow for people to be able to come all the time and see new things.
If you're a fan of history and just a fan of engineering, just seeing these machines is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, we tell the history of the engineering behind the music.
It's incredible.
But if you're a fan of music too, I mean, band organs play every day here. So it's important for people to be able to listen while also learning on how they actually work.
You can't be sad and listen to band organ music. Okay, this weekend in the Saturday and Sunday mornings.
Yeah, so Saturday and Sunday mornings, we have the Halloween Spooktacular. It is our children's Halloween event with we've got our spiders and we've been dressing up all ready to go. So we have our rides inside and outside. We have trick-or-treating. We have some pumpkin painting of paper pumpkins people take home. You just have to get a reserved time slot on the website, which is carouselmuseum.org. With 2
R's, the German spelling. Thank you so much. Congratulations. And of course, this hall is going to be here forever, this outstanding new Carousel Music Room. On your side in North Tonawanda, I'm Kevin O'Neill, Channel 2 News.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week on News to Celebrate This Week.